Hey guys, it's Alexandra Marie, and I'm going to share with you today how to create a successful business from home with $0 invested to start. If you're wondering, how do I know how to do this? I've created a product that grossed six figures its first 2 months, and then from there on out has consistently grossed five figures since, and it's almost been a year of doing this. I'm just going to share some tips that I have learned myself with you guys and how I did this, and so that you can implement this into your business as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Drop your email below if you want to subscribe to my weekly newsletters, where I also share tips and tricks on how I run two of businesses successfully from home, and I am growing two more businesses as well. I just want to welcome you guys who are new. So I created this business, right? Zero money up front. Everything was paid for, and it grossed six figures in its first month. Now, how did I do that? So number one, it is really, really important to manage your time and be consistent. Now, this is really hard because oftentimes, especially if you work from home, you work a full-time job, and then you come home and you're trying to work your other business. It is hard to just really muster up the energy or the strength or the discipline to work your business. So that's why it's really important to know your why, right? Which is, we hear this all the time. What's your why? And oftentimes it's like, oh, well, I just want to have money, to kind of do what I want. Well, why do you want money to do what you want? Well, because then it could be fun. It's very important to know your why and then ask yourself why 7 more times. So you can kind of get to the root of that. Like, what is the real depth of your why? What is going to get you out of bed? What is going to drive you to work when you're tired? What's going to drive you to work when you have a headache? You don't feel like working. You need to know the deep root of your why that is more important to you than anything else in your business or your life, right? So knowing your why is really important. So for me, my why was, I want to provide for my family. I want to be able, if something comes up, to just write a check for it and not have to worry about it. I want to give my family the best life that I can give them being at home with them, right? So that was one of my whys of why I did this business, right? What drove me to work really hard. Number two, build your social media presence. So you need to know your brand in order to do this, right? If someone looks at your Instagram, what do they see? Are they able to say, this person loves food, puppies, and exercising? This person loves family, working, and being outdoors. What does that person love? You need to build your brand that represents you, because if you are selling something, you are your brand. People buy from people that they like, right? It doesn't matter what the product is. There can be a million products out there, but if you're going on Facebook and ranting about things, and if you are, fighting with people on social media, if you're posting immature things, if you are posting pictures of you doing drugs, like, people are probably not going to give you their money, right? But if you are aware of how you look on social media and your social media presence, and you have a good brand, people will start to be attracted to you. So this is a form of attraction marketing, right? You want to sell yourself. Really, you need to think about your posts, and you need to tell a story with each post, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, wherever it may be. What are you wanting to communicate to your followers? What are you wanting to communicate about yourself? If you were someone else on the other side of the screen looking at your post, would you be like, wow, I really admire that person. They're so kind. They're so inspirational. They're so wonderful. Like, you want people, I know that's kind of like, this is one of those things where it's like, stay true to yourself. Yes, stay true to yourself, but you also need to be aware. If you are wanting to make money, you have to brand yourself, and you have to brand yourself well, right? So it is just very important. You can totally be real. There's amazing people out there that I adore, like Juggling the Jenkins, or That's Inappropriate. They stay true to themselves, but they have found what they want to market, and they sell themselves. They sell themselves, and they sell themselves well. So you want to write down 3 to 5 things that you love, that you want to communicate with people, that represent you, right? Like, mine are, I love the Lord, I love my family, I love empowering business owners, I love being outdoors, and I love food. Those are like 5 things about me that I try to communicate. People always are posting like things about tacos on my Facebook wall, because everybody knows I love tacos. It's not Taco Tuesday, it's taco that day every day in my house, right? People know that about me. People know I love my kids. People know I love the Lord. People will message me, be like, hey, I want to try out a church. I know you go to church. Can I come with you? People know who I am on social media, right? And if you're not my friend on Facebook, go add me, Alexandra Marie Hogg. Feel free to add me on Facebook. But I brand myself on social media. That is very, very important for you to do. And once you kind of have created this brand and start to transition into it, and I could get into, an Instagram training, how you need to do your Instagram or whatever it may be, but you need to find 1, 2, 3 max social media platforms, learn how to work them, and build yourself on those social media platforms, right? Find what works for you and stick to those 3 and just kind of go from there. So once you build your brand, you want to start building your social media platform. This involves being very consistent, commenting on other people's stuff. There's systems out there where you can pay someone to build your social media platform where they can go comment and send robotic copy and paste messages. So to me, that is so ungenuine. Like if someone follows me on Instagram, I usually send them a personalized message. I don't copy and paste anything. If I'm commenting on people's photos, I'm just commenting really what I think. Now, this takes a lot more time, you guys. This takes a lot more time. But to me, I would rather have a smaller following, right, of genuine people, of great customers who love me and I love them, that I can help and work with, than just a million followers that I'm like, I don't know any of these people and I don't know if they know me and they don't know how I am. I would just rather have quality over quantity. Now, the number one problem in business is not being known, right? So it's okay to be well known. It's totally fine. You want to be well known, but also you want to make sure that the people who know you are the type of people that you want to be attracting. So it's important to know who are you trying to attract as well. So right, you build your brand, you build your social media presence, and you create relationships with those people and some intimacy, right? So that's number 2, building your brand. Number 3, you want to make sure that these people, right, don't feel like you're just becoming their friends so that you can sell to them. So you want to build relationships. So it's kind of 2 and 3 are kind of tied together. You want to make sure that these people know that you're their friends for genuine reasons, right? You want to build a relationship with people because, again, people will buy from people that they trust and they love and they know. So make sure that you're not just like, hey, how are you doing? I love your picture. Do you want to buy my product, right? Or do you want to buy my system? Those things are not, that's not how you want to sell to someone, right? You want to just build a relationship. And then once you start selling something, or once you create a product, say you create a service or a product, whatever it may be, direct sales is something you invented, something you didn't invent, but you want to sell, you would basically then post it online. You don't want to post every single post about it, you guys. Post once a week about your product, your service, whatever you're selling on your social media, your Facebook, something like that. And the rest of the time, just be continuously building your brand, and you can really weave your product in. So for example, if you're selling direct sales, so for example, I sell Synergens, right? I sell that lipstick that doesn't come off and all the skincare and cosmetics. So if I post something on social media, I can be like, I'm so tired. Today's been crazy with the kids. But thank Jesus for tacos and lipstick that doesn't come off, so I can kiss my kids and my hubby and eat tacos. Something like that. I mean, that's not obviously the best example, but do you see what I'm saying? You can weave those things into your posts. You can weave in, for me, my husband, he stays at home, right? I can be like, I'm so thankful that my husband is home. It means the world to me to have him here with every moment. Like, I'm incredibly thankful and blessed for the opportunity that I was given through my business. Something along those lines. And you just really kind of expose people. You want to think of it as fishing, not hunting. And I talk about this all the time. You want to lure people in. You don't want to chase people, because what happens when you go hunting? Things run away. So you don't want to chase people away. You really want to lure people in and make it attractive. You want to make what you're presenting attractive. And again, always think, if you're on the other side, if someone else posted this on social media, how would you take that? How would it appear to you? That's what's so important, you guys, is you need to really think about how the other person is seeing what you're posting. So that is just so important, you guys. So once you grow your social media, once all of this stuff, and you start to kind of market these things, there's different ways to go about this, you guys. It depends on what you're what you're selling, or you can take pre-orders. You can do polls to see how many people are going to purchase. You can there's like things like the Kickstarter, right? Those things where people can buy a product and you get some of the money. There's different things along those lines. So what I did personally is I did pre-orders. And I built my social media following also by networking, you guys. Networking, getting out there, handing out business cards, meeting other people, creating relationships, having people who have larger groups than you post about your things, having people that you're friends with post about your product, sending your product. Even if you just order, say you invest $100 and order just a few pieces of whatever you're selling, right? Or if this is a product base, you would send it out to popular bloggers or people who have agreed to do a review for you. That is how I grew my direct sales business, is I had popular bloggers do a featured thing and then just tag me in it and refer people back to me, right? If you're offering a service, offer free services. You can do giveaways as well. You can say, I'm going to give away an hour long this, a health call, or a coaching call, or the beginning of my program, or whatever it may be, right? Or meal plans, or this or that. You can say, I'm going to give away this, tag your friends once I hit this many followers, once I hit this many people in my group. There's so many different ways, you guys, to grow your social media following. And there's so many ways to get your name out there and to create consistent incomes. It really is just networking, growing your following, and being consistent and showing up when you don't want to show up. Because I promise you, there's going to be days where you're going to feel tired, and there's going to be days where you want to quit. There's going to be days when you're going to want to feel hopeless. And that's usually when people stop and they throw in the towel. But if you keep going, it's less competition. There's less people that keep going. And the next roadblock, there's going to be even less if you pass it. And there's the next one, there's going to be even less people. And again, if you guys are like really struggling, or you're like, I really want to do this well, hire yourself a business mentor. Send me a message. If you're interested in mentoring, I have a program that I walk you hand in hand through. It's not a coaching program. It's a one-on-one mentoring program where I do this with you, and it's totally personalized and tailored to you and your journey and your business. There are people rooting for you. There is so many people out there that you can use their glass ceiling to be the floor to which you build your business on. You can use someone else's, all their lessons and mistakes and everything they've learned to be the foundation to which you build your business upon, so you don't have to start from scratch and learn all of that. So if you guys have any questions, if you have comments, if you have suggestions for other people, drop them in the comments. We would love to hear what you have to say. Other people, I'm sure, would love to hear your suggestions, how you built your business, tips that you have for your business. Again, feel free to drop your email below to subscribe to my newsletter. And it was so good to share this with you guys. I hope that this helps your business. Thanks for watching.